because I do want to talk about music videos. I just want to say, there's been so much written, and said, to that point over the years about, you and Julia. So I just wanted to ask, like, where are you guys now with things?
Oh, Julia and I have always been fine. I think years and years ago, I was doing a press tour for some movie. I don't even know what movie it was. And it was just when Pretty Woman just got released. And so they're asking a bunch of questions about Julie. And I said, excuse me, can we talk about me? I think I was very funny. And of course, then it's like, oh, they have a problem. Oh my God, they have a problem. And suddenly all these problems I keep hearing about, I have with my sister that I don't have with my sister. And they're just popping up all over the place. And I'm asked about them as if they're real issues. So what happened with so-and-so, so-and-so? We heard a lot. And I'm like, really? Oh, I wasn't aware of that. And so, so now they're keeping it secret. So Eric won't talk about it, blah, blah, blah. So, and it blew up and became all these things it wasn't. And we don't agree on a lot of things, my sister and I, but we've always talked, we've always bitched, and we've always had fun knowing each other. Simple as that.
Well, first of all, who does agree with their sister? I mean, I just told my sister 5 minutes ago to please stop texting me that I'm too busy to speak for the next two days, and we'll talk later. So
don't get me wrong. I love knowing my sister. She's a cool chick, my sister, and she's got these 3 adolescent children now. I mean, her life is not a day at the beach, dude. And and she's got a lot of shit she has to deal with, and she's doing a TV series again now. I mean, she's doing a lot of stuff, and so I don't ignore it. I just stay out of her hair with the press. That's all. Simple. And she stays out of mine.
That's understandable. And I mean, honestly, if you're doing a movie of your own, which you are doing all the time, and the press just wants to talk about any member of your family, it is kind of a little like, what? It's a little skeezy. Right. I could not imagine having 3 adolescent children ever, personally.
She does, dude.
Do you love being an uncle, though? I mean, you're an uncle.
Well, I've got it made. I've got it made, and it's like being a grandparent. My granddaughter. I mean, I'm like Spider-Man. I'm the ultimate guy, and it's just really cool. And it's the same as being an uncle,
You can do no wrong. Before we move on to music videos, though, I just want to ask, like, what type of mom is Julia, like, to these 3 kids?
Oh, you know what? If I start doing that, I'm going to get myself in trouble, no matter what I say.
I do not want to get you in trouble.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, listen, and this has nothing to do with you and her.
She's a great mom, by the way. She's a cool mom. She's a hip mom. She knows it all.
Which, it's not easy to be the cool mom. Listen, I just think that is a media thing of forget about you. Let's not get you in trouble. Just anyone. You look at, there's a million people that have mother-daughter in the business. It's like, it's something about the business when there's family members, especially siblings. I think it gets taken, and it again, I can name 100 other people. It gets taken in a strange direction. I do think that.
Yeah, I know. I've been there.
Well, let's talk about, here you are. People think of you as a great movie star. They think of you as a great actor. I don't think a lot of people think Eric Roberts, music video star. So it's funny because I'm friends with Ian Flanagan's manager. So Ian came on my show the other day, and his manager was like, by the way, Eric Roberts was just at his video. And I'm like, what, really? And then that sent me down this path. And then I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I know you've been in some movies. So how did this all start with The Killers, right? The Killers are great. How does this call come in? Like, hey, Eric, we're thinking of you for this video.
Eliza, what was the lady director's name of the Killers video, the first one? Sophie Mueller. Sophie Mueller thought of me for the Killers video. Sophie Mueller is a really cool, brilliant director who was doing that video, who asked me if I'd be in it. I said, no, thank you. I'm a movie star. I don't do music videos. So then all my kids go, what is wrong with you, Dad? What are you doing? No, God, call her back. Say you want to be in her video. So I did. I said, So my kids told me I effed up. So can I be in the video? Sure, no sweat. So I did the Killers video. It went #1. It went crazy. So then they started calling me for videos. And then every video I did went #1. So I became video platinum. I became the guy. And if you wanted a real actor in the video, Eric Roberts says always go platinum, call him. And I started saying yes to videos if I liked the song. And I would always check with the kids. And they'd always say yes, no, okay, that's good. No, don't do this. And so I was doing what they told me. And all my videos went #1. And I've done, I don't know, close to a dozen of them now.
I mean, and let's not undersell, like Mariah Carey twice.
Yeah, she was cool. Her bodyguards are cool too.
I
Wow.
mean, do you interact with Mariah when you're, I mean, you know, other than I
Yeah,
imagine.
we hung out a little bit. We like hung out, yeah, and we talked about stuff. And she's very smart. She's very funny. She has a terrible rep for being odd and not very bright and not very in touch. She's cool. None of that's true. She's funny. She's late a lot. Okay, that's the only negative I have to say about it.
She does have that diva, not funny, not smart rep.
She's not that way at all. She's sweet. She's unpretentious. All the stuff that she should be. She is.
Well, she must be thrilled with you in her video, and it does go to #1 because
We
you
had a great
back
time.
twice.
We had a great time.
What about Rihanna? Bitch better have my money. I mean, I assume your kids say, yes, dad, run as fast as you can. Do not say no.
There's a funny story about that. So she hired me to play her husband, who she kills in the video. Okay, so I show up. I'm ready to go to work. And there's all this hush hush talk and all this also finger pointing about Eric Roberts comes, oh, weirdness. What's going on? So she finally goes to my wife and she goes, Mrs. Roberts, I have to put him in another part. She says, why? Well, because quite frankly, your husband is too fine to kill. I can't kill him. I'd be hated. Look at him. So who's he going to play? He'll play the cop. Okay. So I'll play the cop who runs in and out of the video all the time. That's how that came about. I was supposed to play the husband who dies, but I was too fine to kill.
So look, having like an R-rated scene with Kim Basinger, having Rihanna say you're too fine to kill, like this is not a bad life, Eric.
Am I complaining?
No.
No. I do love my life. I love my wife. I love my house. I love our pets. I'm a happy guy.
What do you, I mean, do you just love because you do say yes, like you are working? Listen, a lot of actors, you know, they do a movie here and there, like you work, right? Like, do you like the lazy day like you had where you're catching up on the TiVo like every now, I mean, but like, you must love working?
I've seen the planet. I've seen the whole thing, all but the Arctics. And I have the best job on the planet as an actor. They dress me, they feed me, they like take